Imagine a continent erased from history, its achievements buried, its people dehumanized. This is the story of Africa, a land of ancient empires, advanced knowledge, and global influence, systematically rewritten by colonial powers. Today, we uncover the truth. The myth that Africa had no history is a lie crafted to justify slavery and colonialism. The truth is Africa was home to some of the world's greatest civilizations. Take the Kushite pharaohs. From 1070 BCE to 350 CE, the kingdom of Kush thrived in what is now Sudan. Kings like Toharka ruled both Kush and Egypt, building temples and expanding trade. Yet their story is often ignored, buried under centuries of misinformation. Then there's Great Zimbabwe. From 1100 to 1450 CE, this metropolis flourished with stone walls towering 11 meters high and a population of up to 20,000. It was a hub of trade, exporting gold, ivory, and copper to China, India, and Persia. But colonial explorers dismissed it, claiming Africans couldn't have built it. They were wrong. Africa's intellectual capital was Timbuktu. Founded in the 1300s, its university housed up to 400,000 manuscripts on astronomy, medicine, law, and mathematics. These texts were written in Arabic, Songhai, and Tamashek, detailing surgical techniques and astronomical charts. Yet colonial powers tried to erase this knowledge, burning manuscripts and suppressing African achievements. The Mali Empire further shatters colonial myths. Under Musa, who ruled from 1312 to 1337, Mali became one of the world's wealthiest empires. His 1324 pilgrimage to Cairo was legendary, with 60,000 attendants and 12,000 slaves carrying gold. So much gold that it devalued Egypt's economy for 12 years. Mali's wealth and power were unmatched, yet Western history often reduces Africa to poverty and slavery. The Songhai Empire, too, was a powerhouse. Under Askia Muhammad I, who ruled from 1493 to 1528, it controlled trans-Saharan trade routes with a standing army of 40,000 cavalry. These empires shaped global economics and Islamic scholarship long before European dominance. But colonial powers rewrote this history. The 1884 Berlin Conference divided Africa without African representation, formalizing colonial control. Over 12 million Africans were enslaved between 1500 and 1900, stripped of their names, languages, and histories. This erasure was deliberate, designed to dehumanize Africans and justify exploitation. Yet Africa's history is far from erased. In the 1960s and 1970s, the Black consciousness movement and scholars like Cheikh Anta Diop began reclaiming Africa's past. Today, countries like Ghana, Nigeria, and South Africa teach pre-colonial African history in schools, emphasizing empires, democracy, and knowledge systems. Timbuktu's manuscripts are being digitized and protected, with over 30,000 recovered from hiding. Movements like Black is Beautiful and Afrofuturism draw on ancient African achievements to build modern pride and identity. Sites like Great Zimbabwe, Timbuktu, and the Pyramid of Meroe are now UNESCO World Heritage Sites, attracting international visitors and economic growth. But challenges remain. Some Western scholars still claim Egypt was not African, ignoring that Kemet was centered in Northeast Africa and its people were Black Africans. African innovations in mathematics, medicine, and engineering are often ignored or attributed to outsiders. And colonial archives were destroyed or hidden, with only 10–20% of pre-colonial African documents surviving. Modern misinformation also persists. YouTube videos and social media still spread myths like Africa had no cities or Africans were always slaves, despite archaeological evidence of urban centers like Kumasi, Gao, and Meroe. The truth is Africa's history is a mix of triumph and struggle, with great achievements in politics, science, and culture. It's time to rewrite the narrative. Africa is not a continent of poverty and failure. It is a land of resilience, innovation, and legacy. Its history matters, not just for Africa, but for the world. So next time someone tells you Africa had no history, tell them the truth. Tell them about Kush, Mali, Songhai, and Timbuktu. Tell them about Africa's golden age, its intellectual capital, its global influence. Because Africa's history is the world's history, and it's time we all knew it.